why don't you visit Singapore? And while many of you already know it, there are some who do not. And so let me make an explanatory comment. I have had profound affection for Singapore because my teacher's teacher, Maulana Abdul Alim Siddiqui rahimahullah, visited Singapore many times in the 1920s, 1930s. And indeed, there is a masjid in Singapore which has been built and named Masjid Abdul Alim Siddiqui rahimahullah. And his student, Maulana Dr. Muhammad Fadlur Rahman Ansari, who was my teacher, he was sent to Singapore in 1935 when he was just 21 years of age to spend 1 year in Singapore preaching Islam. And because I am the third in the line, I always had this desire in my heart to visit Singapore and to continue the work that they had begun. I visited Singapore for the first time in 1988, and I was very warmly welcomed by the Muslim community. And I continued visiting Singapore until 9/11. And by that time, by Allah's kindness and grace, I had already become perhaps the most popular speaker on Islam in Singapore in the English language. But when 9/11 took place, the Muslim community of Singapore responded by flooding to my lectures in such large numbers that no hall could accommodate them. And people would have to go back home because there was no space in a huge hall. The government of Singapore responded through the organization that they controlled by then denying me a permit to speak. That is Singaporean democracy. So I'm not allowed to speak. I can enter the country, but I cannot speak. Shame on you, Singapore. Shame on you. I don't speak with bitterness. I speak with sadness that you should deny a scholar of Islam the freedom to speak. So then we chose to use a small room that could accommodate about 40-50 people. And I would give a talk for about 45 minutes, and they would leave, and then another group would come. But there were 300-400 people outside waiting to come. So then I got a message, you're breaking the law. Well then, we started giving talks in people's apartment, in the sitting room with about a dozen people present. And then finally, they decided that they cannot allow me to enter the country. So the only country in the world, the only one in the whole world, which denies me entry into the country is Singapore. And I have a message for Singapore. You have pursued a terribly foolish policy, terribly foolish, in becoming Israel's greatest ally in this region. It was terribly foolish of you to become little Israel, because you were not looking far enough ahead. You could not anticipate that Israel is one day going to wage great wars, and from the time Israel starts these great wars, this entire region in which Singapore is located would be in flames, in flames. Those great wars are about to start, maybe this year, maybe next year. And when those great wars start, I feel sad for you, Singapore. What is the fate which now awaits you?